students right here in Denver rely on those hot lunches that we were just talking about as their main meal for the day. But what happens over the weekend? Well, that's where Food for Thought comes in. And joining me now is Bob Bell, founder of Food for Thought. Bob, your organization is really close to my heart, as you know. And guys, just so that you know, it was kind of during the pandemic, 2020, I heard about Food for Thought. This was such an incredible organization. And I came to your pack a lunch on a Friday morning. And after that, I was hooked, Bob. I was there every Friday for a month or so. And really, it just meant so much to me to be able to be there. So for our viewers at home who don't know, walk us through what you guys do.
Yeah, it's a very simple process, and thanks for having us, Danny. We're 10 years in this mission of just trying to get a bag of non-perishable food in as many little guys' hands, the guys that don't have a consistent source of eating over the weekend.
Right.
Unfortunately, as a native Denverite, I mean, when you learn about something like this, all you can try to do is fix it, and the community has gathered around us and helped us prepare bags like this for now 10,000 kids every Friday.
Incredible. And I want to walk through this with you because, you know, we just showed you some video. Like I said, it was 2020, so forgive the mask video, everybody. But so what we do here is we start with a bag just like this, right? And then you have items just like we have laid out here, and we pack each one in one of these bags, and it ends up in a bag like this, guys, and they are delivered every Friday, correct?
Every single Friday. Haven't missed a Friday for 10 years of doing it during the school year.
Wow. Oh my goodness, Bob, I love this. So how did you decide to start this organization?
You know, I didn't decide to. It's that old adage, you know, I didn't choose this life chose me.
Yeah.
And luckily, a lot of my friends, like you, who just said, hey, if this is that simple, if all we got to do is figure out a way to get kids food, let's do it.
Yeah.
We don't have a truck, we don't have a building, we don't have one dime of overhead, we don't have an employee.
Yeah.
We all are professional beggars, and we rely on, you know, good situations like this to help to get the word out that, hey, underlying this whole issue of a beautiful city that we live in, there's a lot of little guys that just don't know how to get their food on the weekend.
Right,
and
absolutely.
that's where we step in.
Yeah, and you know what? I really liked this concept because it's one of the few places where it's really boots on the ground. You can go, you can feel like you're actually doing something to make a difference in a kid's life. And I even told you, you know, I had business meetings at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning while I was packing bags with people and just saying, hey guys, you know, come meet me down there. We'll pack some bags, we'll make a difference, and we can talk about business while we're doing it, which is so great. I want to talk to you too about how many schools and how many students you've helped.
Yeah, you know, we're perched a week away from starting our 11th season, I guess, and we are now in 79 schools. Wow. And as I mentioned, that's 10,000 kids. So 20,000 of these bags we produce every single month under the Colfax Viaduct. So we work outside. So, you know, you have to be ready, weather for the ready, as you know, just be ready for the snow and rain when that all comes around to us. But it doesn't matter to us. I mean, we refuse to let a Friday, I don't refuse, the community refuses to let these kids. It's the one thing these kids need. They need this food in their belly, that's for sure.
Yes.
What they need is consistency in their life.
Right.
We've been consistent.
We
don't miss. You know, no matter what happens, we're there.
Yeah, well, we already have them packed. We got to make sure that this kiddo gets his or her lunch too. So we'll continue to pack here. But in the meantime, do you have a story from when you've packed or when you've brought a lunch that you can share with us that has really stuck out? I'm sure you have millions.
Yeah, you know, well, there are a lot. I mean, mainly it's just the looks in their eyes when I tell everybody when those bins come down the hallway to their classroom, it's like Christmas for these kids.
Yeah.
You know, for the first few years, we just tell them, yeah, it's just full of chocolate. Pretty soon they figured out it wasn't. That there's some stuff in there that they, you know, maybe the green beans they don't care about. But for them, again, it's that consistency and it's knowing it. But now that we've been, you know, on the ground for 10 years with this, some of those kids that we knew as 5th graders now come back to us under the bridge. And it's a rare day when I jump off my tailgate when someone doesn't throw their arms around me and say, look, if it wasn't for you or someone like you or somebody did something for me, the slightest thing, that just changed their trajectory of their life. And that's all we can hope for, is just give them a chance to get somewhere footed on level ground with everyone else.
Yeah, I mean, Bob, again, what you're doing is so incredible, and everybody that has surrounded you. Before I let you go, you have to tell us, I mean, how does it feel to be able to help these kids and continue to do that with the support of the Denver community?
You know, it's just been life-changing. It changed my life forever. The people I've met, the community that has been created through this, what we do for the kids is great. The outcomes we see with the kids is beautiful. But the family of 3,000 or 4,000 people that embrace Food for Thought and insist that it move forward, that's my family.
Yes.
And how could you wish for anything better as just an avocation in your life?
I love that. Well, hey, you got to do me one thing. Promise me that these two get into the hands of some deserving kids.
Back to the bins where they came from.
Love that. Bob, thank you so much. Guys, All it takes is an hour or two on Friday morning before work. Seriously, it's really easy. Food packing for the school year does start August 26th. That's next Friday. So sign up for a Food Packing Friday online. That's foodforthoughtdenver.org.